say hello to this caller from Houston. 713, you're on live with Kirk Nurmi. Question or thought?
Hello, Jordan. This is Sharon Goff from the Joy Jackson fan page.
Sharon, good evening. How are you? It's a pleasure to talk to you.
I'm doing great. I'm doing
Such
great.
a pleasure.
I wanted to, if you don't mind, I'd like to address something to Mr. Nurmi that is really important to me. I covered your trial from the day that it started, the minute it started to the minute it ended, and when it ended and she was taken away, it didn't end with the hundreds and hundreds of people. It stayed with them for days, as I'm sure it did with you. But what I want to do to you is apologize to you. I know better as a court coordinator. I know you didn't ask for that trial, but my feelings towards you were bitter and negative and hatred, and that's not in my heart. And after reading your book, I want to apologize to you. You're a human being, and I gained a lot of respect for you. And this situation and listening to you tonight, I wanted to apologize to you and tell you that I have the greatest amount of respect for you, and I'm very proud of you. And I just wanted to clear my heart, first of all, and thank you. You've given me a lot of hope to lose weight, so I wanted to thank you.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time and saying that. And, I understand that a lot of people, got very emotionally involved in the trial. And, it stirred a lot of hatred and anger in a lot of people, and which I think is sad because, if you've read my book, I say, there's a lot of lessons about getting out of unhealthy relationships and things that we should take away from that trial that have kind of been lost in a lot of the hatred and the anger. And I just want you to know I appreciate what you said again. I bear no ill will, and I hope my book or my videos on YouTube or whatever it is help you lose weight, and that you can love yourself and move forward and get the body that you want and that you deserve.
I can do that. If I could, Jordan, I'd like to address something to you. Just a
Go right ahead,
second,
Sharon.
if I had it. Matt Lauer, there were text messages and pictures from him. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
There were text messages from him and pictures, so there wasn't any denying him being guilty with this lady. So they didn't just go in overnight and in 24 hours and fire the top star. I don't know if you knew that or not, but maybe the other stuff is not true. But I know some of it is, apparently, from what they are.
Oh, so you're saying the text messages. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're finding out more and more.
Yeah.
Now, Sharon, before you leave us, did I hear you say you're from a Jordan fan page?
No, she's from the Joey Jackson fan page.
Oh, Joey Jackson fan page. Okay. Well, I thought Jordan had his own fan page. I was going to get this presidential campaign going for you, Jordan.
Well, I didn't want to tie him into my feelings when I said the JJS page. I'm the admin.
Sharon has been an awesome support person for the show since inception in 12, and she's an awesome person. You do a great job with that page, Joey Jackson, and reporting the news, and it's so good to hear your voice for the first time, Sharon.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed your show. And Mr. Nurmi, the best of wishes to you.
Oh, thank you, Sharon. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk again.
That'd be great. Bye-bye.
Have
Bye.
yourself a good one, Sharon. Good evening. Okay, Mr. Nurmi, and I was going to tell you that. What do you think of bicycle riding?
In terms of a form of exercise?
In terms of a form of exercise.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good for a lot of people. I mean, each and every person is gonna find their thing. It's funny you asked that because in Phoenix summer, I don't get much a chance to hop on my bike, and I did maybe about a week and a half ago here, and it really kicked my butt. But so I think it's good exercise. It's something that is low impact, good on the joints, and I think it's always great for people to try a new thing. You might have saw this. So we're friends on Facebook. I had put up there that my wife signed me up for 4 months of hot yoga, and I joked that it might be a murder plot. But I think I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone and trying to bend my middle-aged behind into a pretzel in a 105-degree yoga studio. So, it's nice for each one of us to step outside of our comfort zone in our fitness and try different things that we might not always try. Because if I can get my behind into a 105-degree yoga studio, people can find different ways to exercise that excite them.
I have this program. It's you basically put on your headphones. There's a guy named Charles Linden. He runs a whole program to anxiety free, blah blah blah. Long story short, he has this part in the program where you listen to these visualizations. They're about 25, 30 minutes long. My God. He tells you to close your eyes and picture this, and he gets you. It's almost like, wow, you feel like you're in Hawaii when you wake up. It's an amazing thing what the mind could feel when it's in a zone, like and allowed to be free, and allowed the pressure to be off of any incoming thoughts that you don't want. And
I think that's definitely true. Meditation is a huge. I mean, we could go on for an hour about the benefits of meditation, but it's a huge benefactor to the mind.
It certainly is.
And you think about how much stuff we. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say we clutter our mind so much with stuff. And our mind, I hear a lot of people say this, I'm certainly not the first, that our mind is kind of created to solve problems. And that's its function biologically. And when we don't have problems, we create them or we invent them or we create scenarios where problems can come in. And when we quiet the mind and really listen to the energy of the universe, listen to the intuitive powers of the heart, I think we're much better served if we not get distracted by the dilemmas of the day that won't mean anything tomorrow. I went through this great exercise a while back. A mentor of mine said, what were your problems 5 years ago, 10 years ago? And the ultimate point of it being, or part of the point of it being, is that those problems, some of them you might not remember. Some of them might be repetitious. But some of them you might not even remember, like, oh, you got a door ding or your key broke. You just don't even remember this stuff that was such a big deal at one time, and it shows the temporary nature of our problems, and to get mired in them only bogs us down and prevents our own evolution, our own chance to move forward.